Going on a nice vacation is a luxury, but what if your vacation was your own private island? You wouldn't have to worry about reservations, that's for sure. Let's take a look at billionaires and their private islands. In 2012, billionaire Larry Ellison purchased Lanai, Hawaii from David Murdoch, who was the chairman of Dole Food Products. Ellison bought the island for about $500 to $600 million. Initially, Murdoch was selling the island for $1 billion, so how Ellison was able to snag this island at a deal is a mystery. At the time this video was produced, Larry Ellison has a net worth of over $129 billion, so shelling out around $500 to $600 million for an island isn't a big deal to him at all. Lanai is considered to be one of the most expensive islands in the world, and it is the smallest inhabited island that travelers can visit. The island is about 141 square miles and is home to about 3,000 people. There are pineapple fields all over, as well as 2 Four Seasons resorts and luxury housing. The island mainly consists of luxurious resorts, and guests can enjoy world-class amenities and play championship-level golf. Mark Zuckerberg paid a handsome $53 million for 600 acres of the island of Kauai, and that's in addition to the 700 acres he bought in 2014 for $100 million. Well, he can definitely afford it since he has a net worth of about $122 billion when this video was made. With pristine beaches and untouched nature, Zuckerberg has a lot to work with in this new real estate portfolio. The purchase wasn't made without some drama though, since there are feuds involving the rights of Kuleana lands, which were given to Native Hawaiian families in the mid-1800s and passed down multiple generations. Given that Kauai is over 35,000 acres still, Zuckerberg just owns a fraction of 2 square miles, but he's growing his island portfolio. Sir Richard Branson purchased Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands way back in 1978 for about $1.2 million. Today, the island is now worth over $100 million. The island is about 74 acres, and Sir Richard turned it into a luxury retreat in 1984. You can book a room on the island through Virgin Limited Edition or reserve it all for yourself. The island can house up to 54 guests. For up to 40 guests, you're looking at spending $105,000 to book it. So all in all, this was a worthy investment for Branson, and he's definitely turned it into a money-making machine. At the time that this video was produced, Sir Richard Branson has a net worth of about $4.2 billion. What's fun about the island is that there are more than 200 flamingos and even a 3-person submarine for guests who want to go on an underwater adventure. James Island is going to become a playground for the ultra-rich, and we have billionaire Craig McCaw to thank. With a net worth of $2.2 billion, McCaw wants to preserve the natural habitat of the island while expanding its population. The island is 780 acres and located off the coast of Vancouver Island in Canada. On the island, he has an 18-hole golf course that was designed just for himself, his family, and his friends. Big Samson Key is a beautiful island of 31 acres in the Pipe Creek area of the Exuma Keys of the Bahamas. The island has amazing sandy beaches, elevations of over 50 feet, and a natural harbor. There's also a 2,100-foot airstrip for private planes. Plus, there are 3 cottages, a boat ramp, deep water docks, and world-class fishing, diving, and sailing. It costs $8,000 per week to rent, and it's a popular destination for affluent yacht owners. John Malone purchased the island in 2013 as a private retreat for his family. Malone, who has a net worth of $8.2 billion, is also neighbors with one of the richest French businessmen in the world, Bernard Arnault, who regularly visits a neighboring island. Allen Island is located off the coast of Anacortes, Washington. Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen purchased the island to build a vacation home for about $13.5 million. Soon after, Allen found a different island to build his vacation home. Today, Allen Island is underdeveloped besides a log cabin with a dock and a 2,400-foot grass airstrip. The island has no electricity either, so unless Allen was looking for a true rugged experience away from technology, he's out of luck. Allen initially put the island up for sale for $25 million, but ended up selling for about $8 million. Allen's net worth is about $20.3 billion at the time this video was written, so he could take the loss. The island is about 292 acres and is home to a caretaker couple. They are the only full-time residents on the island, and the new owner is fairly unknown. Robins Island, New York is a teardrop-shaped island that's half the size of Central Park. It's in the Great Peconic Bay on the east end of Long Island. It's considered to be one of the most valuable private estates in the Hamptons. Louis Moore Bacon, who has a net worth of $1.4 billion at the time this video was produced, has been the owner of Robins Island since 1993. He bought the island for $11 million during a bankruptcy court auction and has invested millions to restore the private island back to its natural habitat. It's about 445 acres with miles of waterfront. Today, it's estimated that Robins Island would be worth about $100 million if Bacon ever decided to sell it. There are 2 large estate homes on the island, which are believed to belong to caretakers. There's also a tennis court and a dock. Bacon keeps details of the island rather hushed and close to his chest, so there probably won't be any luxury resorts being built anytime soon. Red Bull co-founder Dietrich Mateschitz has a net worth of $24.7 billion at the time this video was made, and he's making the most out of his earnings by buying an island in Fiji. It truly is paradise on earth. Luthala Island has over 3,500 acres of land with an untouched tropical rainforest and white sand beaches. Mateschitz bought the island in 2003 for $10 million, and he's transformed it into an eco-resort with an 18-hole golf course, an airstrip, and 5 restaurants and bars. So at least he's not keeping the island all to himself. If you want to stay at the island, plan on paying $5,600 per night plus $14,000 for a landing fee if you use the island's airstrip. Ted Turner bought St. Philip's Island back in 1979, 1 year before he launched the media news network CNN. He sold it to the state of South Carolina in 2018 for about $4.9 million. But when it went on the market in 2014, Turner priced it at $24 million. Perhaps there were no buyers? Turner has a net worth of about $2.3 billion at the time this video was produced, so he really doesn't miss the loss in cash. The island is 5,512 acres and full of marsh and woodlands. Turner has a reputation for buying land and restoring it to its original habitat, and St. Philip's Island is no exception. He built a house on the island that is 3,350 square feet with 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, a large screen porch and deck, a full kitchen, and a living room. The island also has a fishing pier as well. Today, you can rent the entire island for about $20,000 for 5 nights. Frederick Barclay is the current owner of the island Baku in the Channel Islands off the west coast of Sark. He has a net worth of $3.7 billion at the time this video was produced. He bought the island with his identical twin brother David in 1993. David passed away in January 2021, so Frederick and his family have the island to themselves. The billionaire twins paid £2.3 million for the island in 1993, which is equal to about $5.3 million today. The island is 80 acres and it has gardens, vineyards, a village with a chapel, and a pub. The brothers also built a stone mansion that looks like a castle. They also planted about 190,000 trees, shrubs, and flowers, creating the ultimate getaway. While he's technically not a billionaire, Leonardo DiCaprio also owns a private island, well, actually a sandbar in the Caribbean Sea called Blackador Key. He paid $1.75 million for the deserted island and turned it into a luxury eco-resort. How neat! What do you think of these billionaires and their islands? Which island would you like to own? Tell me about it in the comments. Be sure to check out our other amazing videos on the richest. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.